conversating, serenading them hoes. There's no Juliet for no Romeo with no dog. She report the pimpin', now back to trickin'. She report the pimpin', nigga back to trickin'.
Yo, this is 50.com. The Hangin is here. Yo, pal, what's good?
Scumbag pal. Fuck is up?
Yo, we got one of the active legends. Because, you know, sometimes they try to say legend like you're not working. DJ K slaying the set right now, holding down for the streets for a lot of years, a lot of decades, keeping it active, yo, having lovely ladies around him, man. You set a precedent that's really different in this game, man. What's your secret to doing what you do, man, without giving too much away?
It's not really a secret. It's just being, genuinely yourself. And not trying to emulate nobody else, man. Just doing you, not worrying about what anybody else thinks and how they feel about it. Do you, man.
You gonna say?
Yeah, it's just like you do a lot of things like that niggas can't copy. Like shit, I remember you Flex and Cap came to my school and y'all bought like Red and Meth, Benzino, Jada. Like man, niggas like people. People don't. That shit was like what 2002, 2003. Like
early.
No one does this shit no more. Like
nah, and let me tell you
crazy
how I first became aware of K Slay. This is mythical. I was working across the street at Greyhound, like stealing passengers' bags, loading the buses. And this was like 99, 2000, 2001, I'm doing it. And this was before the internet where, you can't copy anybody's style. So a Harlem dude is a Harlem dude. A Brooklyn dude is a Brooklyn dude. And if you didn't have that pass, you couldn't just go to people's neighborhoods. So when I worked, that was the first job I actually interacted with Harlem and Bronx dudes. And I still remember, they're like, yo, fuck all your DJs. We got DJ K Slay. And I still remember that first mixtape they played me from you. Street Sweepers, Volume 10. When you had Alpo on the tape talking about he had bitches from Burger King putting their names on the leases for the cars. And I used to take that tape. I'll go to Canada because you had the Woe remix. You had a lot of dope joints on it. And, bitches was like, yo, what is that? It's like, that's that K Slay. But the reason why that tape resonates, that tape is the reason why Jay-Z had to respond on that Mind Right remix. Because you had Rich Porter's moms going at Jay-Z, and he responded back.
This nigga just brought up some classical shit.
And because cats in Brooklyn, because he's like, it ain't about Rich and Poe, it's about who's Rich and Poe. And that was all from Vacant Lot.
I'm going to tell you what's even crazy about that. That was Mino, the kid Mino from Harlem. That did the joint, but it was so crazy. There's a cat named Hip Hop that was down with Rockefeller. A lot of people probably,
Yeah, Hip Hop, yeah.
Hip Hop. Hip Hop called me and said, yo, I got this joint Jay want to give you. I said, Jay want to give me? Like, because, nigga kind of hot. And I played the joint, but it's hip hop. That's how I look at it. I ain't got nothing against you personally. This is hip hop. He said, well, Jay said it started in Harlem, so he wanted to finish in Harlem. And he gave me that joint, and it was just that Jay-Z verse. It wasn't that Mind Right. It was not that record. And you're right, because the record didn't exist yet.
Yeah.
Gave me that joint, and I blasted it off and shit. And and what's so crazy about that is that led to me getting the Hot 97.
Yeah.
Because Flex, first of all, Flex, I always got to support him and big him up.
He tells the story the best.
He heard my mixtape, and by then my mixtapes was going crazy. So, he took that freestyle with my drops on it, with my shout-outs on it, and was bombing it and playing it and like, yo, anybody know K Slay, tell them get at me. Every car ride by on the West Side Highway, I'm hearing his mixtapes and this and that. And it was crazy at that time. You know what I'm saying? And I remember getting that meeting, that call, and coming up there, Tracy Clarity just telling me, yo, I don't know who you are. I don't know what you do, but whatever you're doing it good. And Flex has never been in my office that many times. So if you want to come up here, we got a spot for you. And I'm just sitting there looking at her like, damn, like no effortless. You know what I'm saying? Like it was just like a blessing,
Because, like while I'm working at the job and everybody's from different boroughs, because the internet has shrunk the world.
Yeah.
So you had to know who's who and what's what. And to see a man from Harlem get Jay-Z responding to a bunch of Harlem gangsters. And, you know, and I'm in Brooklyn, and people are like, yo, who Jay talking to? I'm like, yo, it's this nigga K-Slay. He had these niggas vacant lot. Like, you don't know hip-hop. Who the fuck is vacant lot? I'm like, y'all niggas is not tuned in. And to know that, and, you know, and it's all, what is your dynamic like? Because from the urban legend is, you was the first one to play the Ether song, too. Has there ever been friction between you and Jay? Because it's that song and then this.
I mean, yeah, it's been a little friction, right? But dig, where I'm at right now, and let me tell you what happens. When you talk about shit, old shit, niggas want to say you old and bitter and this and that and third. So I kind of like, you know what I'm saying? It was hip-hop shit. It moved on, but just, it was somewhat like, I didn't feel like he was supporting me when I needed support for a certain situation. I ain't bringing that up, but what happened was once he ain't support me, I said, fuck it, I'm doing music. I'll just chill. Sooner or later, it'll be a battle or it'll be something, and you know what I'm saying? I'm not going to play side, because what happens is, in hip-hop, and it even happens now, a lot of people play more sides to who's more
relevant,
richer, more money. Caught with me, I don't care if this person, like, let's understand, if this person is on your level lyrically, and he has a name, then he has the right to come at you. But a new dude that's coming off the street, just starting, whatever, trying to come at Jay, nah, get the fuck out of here, my nigga, you gotta learn. But Nas was somebody who had the right lyrically, and plus they was jabbing each other. You understand what I'm saying? So when niggas came to my house, I don't want to throw a nigga under the bus, because a lot of niggas switch up, like Slay don't mention me, but it said, yo, I got this record, nigga killing Jay-Z. I'm like, man, I don't know about that. Like, this nigga seem untouchable. You know what I'm saying? And then he said, nah, Nas is getting them, this and that. I threw the first joint on, verse, and I'm like, okay, nigga said a little something. Second verse came on, I'm like, third verse, I'm on my phone like, yo, niggas, this joint right here might be it. Like I was ecstatic, like, yo, I ain't never heard a nigga really, you know what I'm saying, take their time, and like, you could tell Nas didn't waste a bar on that joint.
Not at all.
But what I respect about that is, and I always like to mention this, from then and now, them two men battled in hip-hop.
And kept it on wax.
They kept it on this. See, these niggas now, this internet fucked it up. It's like if I go on the internet and go, yo, man, that nigga Heineken, he's a whack nigga, I don't feel his show, this and that. Heineken's talking about, yo, Slay, they suck my dick when I see you. It's on that's not hip-hop, my nigga. That's beef. That's street shit. Keep that shit out the culture. Like, that's something different. Like, you understand? These niggas talked reckless about each other. Shit, family and all that. And still was able to, and come together and get money after that. You understand what I'm saying? And that's what I respect about the culture. You know?
Let me ask you this, because you know, your name is the Drama King. You don't use it as much, you know what I'm saying? Because as we get older, we want to get that money and stuff like that. But one thing I always remembered, and people might try to sweep this under the rug, you was the first one to bring T.I. and make him, like, known up here. Let's keep it real.
Wow. Yeah, my nigga, it's crazy that you even knew that. You could look back, let's see, you can even look back on my old mixtapes. You understand what I'm saying? I remember when T.I. first, and he was coming to my spot when I was in Harlem, 119th Street, my studio upstairs, tenement building, which a lot of legends came through. You had to come through there to be, you know, stamped in New York. And yeah, he came through. He had a record at the time with Beanie Man.
I remember
you understand
that.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He also had another one with Beanie Siegel. His name was actually T.I.P. back then. He was signed to Arista Records. Brother named Lionel Ridenauer, you know what I'm saying? They was hitting me up about him, and he came through, and he'd freestyle and shit. I put him on my mixtapes. Nobody, like up here, nobody knew him back then at all. You understand what I'm saying? But he was a cool dude. He'd always come through and shit, and you know. And then I remember he was making his first BET appearance, and he hit me up and said, yo, Slay, I need you to come through with me. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, as a DJ, you know, on the street, you know, the street cred tip, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, I bet. I came through with him, you know, did the DJ thing with him. Big Tigger, the pool table, the
I remember
basement
that.
shit,
Yeah.
and all that. You understand? But that's just how I was. If you had any kind of lyrical content, man, and you was conscious of what's going on, I fuck with you. I don't care if you was from the West, the South, you know what I'm saying? It didn't matter. Canada, I don't give a fuck. As long as you had some talent.
Because you worked with 3 6 too.
Yeah,
3-6,
man.
yeah. 3-6 Mafia, that first time they had got on MTV was from the joint we had did, Who Gives a Fuck Where You From? And that was on my second album on Columbia, and that was kind of like a different twist to what people knew me from doing, but these was the rawest niggas to me coming out the cycle. I'm talking about raw, hardcore, wild, like drama king type niggas coming out the motherfucking South, so I had to fuck with them. You understand what I'm saying? And I was also on NFL Street. It was a video game that they collaborated with that.
That's
you know what I'm
crazy.
saying? And you had to get to a certain level that you could pick me and my team to play against another team and shit. So they collaborated that with that Who Gives a Fuck Where You From song, and MTV grabbed a hold of it and, premiered the video and everything, man, But
He's working with a lot of South artists. You had like a record with Birdman too, right?
Yeah. My first single was with on like the actual first single. My first record I released when I got signed was Source Money. They want to know. Then the second record was with the homie. It was 50 Shot Ya. You know what I'm saying? That was the second record that I released. Some people call it Problem Child, but it was 50 Shot Ya. That was my record. You understand what I'm saying? And then after that, like when the album was coming, that's when I released the Too Much For Me song with Nas, Birdman, A. Marie, and Foxy Brown. That was the first single. You know what I'm saying? Charted well and everything, did its numbers.
This is a different level resume, because you're talking about a time bracket, and it's not like you need to live in that bracket, you feel me? Because you could be like, yo, I'm my Straight Stuntin magazine.
That's later on.
I know.
Yeah, that's way later on.
We're gonna be jumping around.
Yeah.
Let's talk about this Straight Stuntin, because it came at a time, part of my time frame is off, where the whole DJ drama thing happened. Was that like intent? I know you always bigged up the ladies, and then from my recollection, I might be bugging. I don't think I ever heard you call a chick a bitch, straight up.
Nah, a chick get me mad.
Yeah.
and I don't like her. I'm not going.
But you know what I'm
not.
saying?
No. But I hear what you're saying. Like I really try to refrain from disrespect. Like up front, like right there. I'm not going to disrespect them. But I could to you say, yo, this stupid bitch. Let me tell you what the fuck you like. You understand what I'm saying? But nah, I understand what you're saying. Like in a setting or whatever, this and that. I don't do that. Like I don't disrespect. Because if somebody disrespect my mom's or something like that, I'm going. You know what I'm saying? Any woman in my family, I'm going.
How did that transition come? It was natural for you because you always had the women around you from jump. You feel me? But did that also coincide? What was going through your mind frame when the drama thing happened, but your magazine is also exploding?
I mean, at the end of the day, I started Straight Stuntin magazine because if anybody remembers, it was a time where thick women, especially sisters with fat asses, wasn't getting no burn. And if they was trying to get them some burn, nigga was trying to give them some burn with their pants down to their ankles. You understand what I'm saying? So here goes a brother like me, where I got some of the top chicks that to us was coming to me like, yo, you think you could talk to this person for me? I'm trying to do this. Or yo, you think you could talk? So I'm sitting there like, why they ain't like, and they're like, man, you know how it is, motherfuckers want something foreign. You know how niggas is once they get, and it was brothers that was in position at King magazine, you understand what I'm saying, that was shitting on sisters or Black Men's magazine. It was a couple of brothers that was in position that could have did it, but didn't. You understand what I'm saying? It was individuals. I'm not saying the whole magazine in general, but I'm saying there were certain individuals that could have did for them and wasn't. So I'm sitting there. Then at the time, Buffy the Body came out, and Tony Yayo had introduced her to the game. And shout out to Tony Yayo, because I love you so much, bro. Yeah. Because you didn't date her, and I booked her for my party, and I wound up being my girl. You understand what I'm saying? So shout out to Yayo. You understand? That's my dude right there. Because he threw the alley-oop.
You for that.
You know what I'm saying?
You claimed her.
Yeah.
And the realest shit you ever said on that radio was, that was my girl, and I loved her. Yeah. And I was like, my nigga, because dudes is.
Yeah, especially in this industry.
In this industry, you know what I mean? It's like, slay, you know what I mean?
Man, niggas is fake if they gonna act like, so what you gonna say? Oh, I ain't love my girl, but you love your nigga? You got love for your nigga? Yo, let me tell you, when niggas be talking that MOB shit, money over bitches and all that, y'all go right on ahead and do your thing, my nigga. You understand? I ain't with that motherfucking team right there. You understand? I got a mother, and if a real one ain't fuck with my mother, I wouldn't be here, and none of us would be here. So how y'all niggas go say money over bitches? So you mean to tell me, I come from the hood, I know where I was at when the crack era. Chicks was getting shot, they was getting stabbed, they was getting locked up, they was stashing shit in their cribs for us and everything. So you telling me you ain't got no love for your sister, you ain't gonna help them eat, you gonna let them struggle, and you getting it? Y'all niggas is ass backwards, because the bitches around my way, where I was getting money at, was doing it with me. You understand what I'm saying?
That's all I'm talking right there.
And if the motherfucking police was chasing me or whatever, and they seen me coming in the building, that door was open to run in and slam, and I'm not there and shit. I don't get niggas, man. Like, and it was weird because I've been heard a couple of times that I come in the club, I got 30, 40 joints with me.
Yo, we're gonna talk what you did on was it Christmas or Valentine's Day? That was a G move.
Yeah. But a nigga will say to you, peep game, they'll say to you, yo, this nigga always a bunch of bitches, yo, tricking with bitches, with all this bitches. So I gotta be a trick if I'm around 20, 30 women, but I'm a G if I'm around 30 niggas. What the fuck is happening with niggas, yo? Like, where we at with this? Like, I'm trying to figure out what's going on, my niggas. You understand what I'm saying? Like, so if I spend $5,000 in the club around a bunch of ladies popping bottles and giving them money to tip, we having fun, I'm a trick. But if I spend $5,000 around a bunch of niggas and they blocking the chicks from getting to me, you understand what I'm saying? And scaring the chicks away, and there's a bunch of us up there huddling around like we a fucking a major league football team and fucking shit in the locker room sweaty, then I'm a real nigga. Well, I ain't a real nigga then. I ain't a real nigga then. Let me be the trick with the chicks, because I don't want a bunch of niggas. You got 50 niggas around you, 20 of them niggas you don't know what the fuck they doing.
Niggas listening to this,
doing some stupid shit, plotting to rob somebody. Some of the niggas ready to rob somebody you don't know. They go to the bathroom, do some shit. Like, nah, man. After a while, when you get older, you learn how to move, yo.
I mean,
you know what I'm saying?
You've always, moved yourself as a genuine person, or G, man of respect. This might be a touchy subject I'm going to ask you, but because what you said about Buffy always resonated with me. Did you ever have that talk with Royce the 5'9" when he took that shot at her? I don't know if you ever heard that.
It couldn't have been around the time I was dealing with her.
No, you were done with her.
Oh, well, if I wasn't dealing with her no more, then that was obviously the next brother who was problem. But if I seen him, I'd have been like, yo, that ain't cool, my G. Because me and Royce is cool. I would have been like, yo, why did you? I ain't doing that.
Because it threw me off, and then.
But I'm going to be honest with you, I never heard what he said. But then again, like I said, that was the next man problem. But even up to the day, me and her is cool.
Yeah, he took a different, he said in a song where he had with Joe Budden, Lloyd Banks, and Fab, he said, I just found out I could fly to Dubai and hire Buffy the Body. And this was before the Dubai run was what it is. And
but you know what? I remember, I could see where that came from, because I remember it was a rumor that, and it had a bunch of the known models was going to Dubai and this and that and that. So I could see, how he could have heard that and just said it. But, she wasn't even that type of individual, yo.
Because, y'all worked so well together. And as real men, when you care about a woman, and even how it dissolves, you always going to give a fuck. You understand what I'm saying? Like, what was the dynamic like when it was between you and King Magazine and Black Men? Because, people were taking shots, oh, that's a jail magazine. And now you've outlasted all those magazines.
Finished them.
Well, I'm going to tell you, I'm going to break some shit down to y'all niggas. The first time when I heard that, first of all, I came out the gate, I had 260 pages, first issue. Almost 3 times these niggas magazines. So, of course, they mad. So they said first they would say, "Oh, it's Shaq magazine," because I was A&R for Shaq label back then, and we put out the Ray J single, but, and did our thing with "Sexy Can I" right after he smashed Kim Kardashian and all that shit.
Yo, Slay is legendary. Yo,
my A&R is on that, but damn, I just lost my fucking chain of thought. You was just talking about the fucking
magazine.
The King magazine.
How they tried.
This is the thing. I'm gonna ask y'all a question. Here we go again.
I'll answer
my
it.
brothers. If niggas in jail don't want your magazine more than anybody else's, what's the problem? There's something wrong with your shit. It's men in there. Help me. So when niggas was saying, yeah, I was like, okay, yeah. Well, the nigga in the street could get some ass. He could possibly meet one of these women and wife or do whatever. But a nigga behind the G-wall can't. So if niggas is saying that niggas in jail love my magazine and I sell big in jail, that's wrong.
That's money.
But I'm saying men like my magazine. So if they look at this and they like it, that means I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. Yeah. So what y'all saying is niggas in jail don't like your magazine.
Pretty
that
much.
means y'all ain't doing the right thing. So, every niggas will always try to look and see any way they can take a shot to shoot your shit down. Meanwhile, motherfuckers now is all on the web. You could only see their shit on the web and all kind of shit. I've never did an internet version of my magazine. You cannot get my magazine on the web yet. I've never did an internet version. My shit has been print all this time.
Which it costs printing now.
Exactly. And the only reason why in 2017 I'm about to do it is because what's happening is I'm getting people like in Australia, Russia, and shit like that when you ship, it's crazy extra charges and all that, and importing, and I'm like, man, I ain't doing all that bullshit. If a nigga could just go online. Plus, my accountant was like, yo, that's money you make in your sleep. If you make $3,000 extra each month that you wasn't planning on getting, it's still $3,000. Yeah. You understand what I'm saying? So, 2017, I'm considering doing a web version, but I'm printing. You understand? I'm still printing. Like,
how do you survive? Because, we got Instagram, we got Snapchat, where you got access to these chicks. You can go in the DM. Ever since I've been watching Luke Cage, I've been leaving coffee mugs and bitches' pictures, excuse my language. How do you compete with that, honestly? Because it's quick for a dude to be like, man, I ain't got to get...
But you know what, like, straight stunting, it puts you on to, like, women you wouldn't see on the gram. Like, he be finding out.
Or you get or a lot of the girls you see first, a lot of the girls that's, like, came up and doing their thing have been in Straight Stunt magazine first.
That's
like,
a fact.
Miracle Watts, you know what I'm saying? Lyra Galore. Yeah. Even it's a young lady right now who's popping. She's doing her thing. I'm starting to see her come up. Her name is Raven, right?
Soul Raven?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. She's a Straight Stunting early.
She's in the home of the top.
Yeah, like, it's a lot of women that came up through the ranks that, have done my magazine early on, and they doing their thing now. So it's like, it's just an extra platform. Like, I don't ever tell women that, oh, I'm going to make you a millionaire and this. I don't sell dreams. I be like, yo, what you put in this is what you're going to get out. I could give you a platform, you understand? But what you do from there is on you. You understand what I'm saying? Everybody's their own individual. Some women will come up and get their bread. Some women is in it because they want to find a baller. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Some want to find a rapper. You understand what I'm saying? Like, some get knocked up and just say, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't for me. To each his own.
It's like ball. It's like basketball.
I want to say salute to Smith, Backdoor Movement, for making this interview happen. I seen you guys been collaborating, hitting the streets differently. And I'm like, yo, these guys look like they're about to print money. You understand? There's a difference.
No, not me. Maybe him. Maybe him, not me.
How did that dynamic come about? Because it's like y'all really holding down the streets even more so than ever, man.
You know what? It just clicked, man. It ain't no real, you know what I'm saying, big time story. We just clicked. He was doing his thing. He was pushing his man King Bo. He had a couple other cats, you know what I'm saying, he was doing his thing with, but he was just aggressively trying to win. Like, I like to see people that ain't got a problem investing, doing what they got to do. Nigga would go to, like, Smith the type of person that'll call me and go, yo, I'm about to go to Atlanta. Like, what you going out there for? Yo, I'm about to have a meeting. I'm trying to do an event out there, this and that. Or, yo, I'm about to go to Houston. I got this event I'm doing. Like, he's always trying. A lot of these dudes, you can't get them out the fucking project.
Yo.
You understand what I'm saying? You can't get them down the block. You can't, like,
fact.
he's always trying to do something to make a move. You understand what I'm saying? And he always trying to make sure his man King Bo is in the mix. You understand? A lot of niggas think for self. You know what I'm saying? Think for self. And even like with this situation, you're like, Slay, want to do an interview with This Is 50? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, all right, you know, it is what it is. Line it up. Like, it's not like he just sitting around doing shit for himself. He always trying to look out for niggas he fuck with. And that's the type of niggas I fuck with, keep around me. You know
You always help me out in like crazy jams. I would call, I'm like, yo, I need this alley-oop. And he'd be like, give me 15 minutes. And he'd call back in 8. You good? But make sure I'm good. Because King Bo's coming. I'm like, I got you.
Yeah. So his man
and
in
I
the
respect
mix.
that. I respect that. You can't, you know.
Yeah, you gotta look out for each other, man, in this game, man. It's hard to find real ones. I've been in this culture from day one. Like, I come from when it was disco. You know what I'm saying? When we was beefing with the older niggas, where they were telling us, yo, cut that shit off, man. Get the fuck out of here with that stupid shit. Where the Latinos in my hood, even though we was down with each other, but they would say, yo, man, look at these Morenos cleaning up the floor. You know, we was breakdancing, you understand what I'm saying? Like, yo, or they would throw eggs off the roof at us, but we brought our equipment out, and then when they was in the back of the building playing their bongos, we throw that wet tissue at them. You understand what I'm saying? Like, you know, that's how it was. Like, but we was all with each other, but a lot of people didn't understand the culture when it first broke through. We went from John Travolta, you understand, Saturday Night Fever, you understand, niggas doing the hustle, you know what I'm saying, and then niggas starting to break dance, you understand what I'm saying, to niggas doing the pop lock and shit, and then, you know, niggas in the park doing the hip hop thing, you understand what I'm saying? So, you know, along with the graffiti, you know what I'm saying? Everything. So I
are
came
a graffiti.
That was one of the top 10 in the city, man. Wow. You know what I'm saying? Like,
You ever got caught?
Nah.
That's beautiful.
Nah, I ain't never got caught. That's why I stopped. You know what I'm saying? Once them niggas knew who I was, you know what I'm saying? Once I did that, the first hip hop documentary movie I was in it's called Style Wars. I was 16 years old. I was actually in there rapping with my nigga One Arm Case. You understand what I'm saying? You could go look at that shit. It was called Style Wars. That was right before Wild Style. You understand what I'm saying? Tony Silvers and Henry Chalfant. You see me in there, little skinny nigga, you understand, doing the graffiti. My man on One Arm Case, rest in peace, King Case Allah. He also the one that gave me, you know, knowledge of self. So, you know, it was like I was running behind him, doing the graffiti thing, doing the breakdancing thing, the DJing thing. You know what I'm saying? And it was like, we never knew that it was going to get to this point where it's at right now. And that's the thing that kind of gets me mad when we got a lot of these young artists that come in the game and feel like they don't have to study hip-hop, they don't have to know nothing about where it come from and how it started. And when in the beginning, we did it because we was fucked up. This was something we came out today, what we going to do? Let's go to the train yard. All right, go to the train yard, boom, go take a shower, come out, yo, they jam on 8th Street. Okay, we go over there, boom. Next day, we might throw our shirts on with our names ironed on and go, yo, let's go battle these niggas over here with the breakdancing. Boom, do that. Next day, we want to throw on our citywide shirts with our, you know, shit, we want to play Dr. J and Will Chamberlain. We want to go play basketball at the PAL. You understand? Next day, boom, we bringing our own equipment out in the project, you know what I'm saying, the basketball court doing our own thing. That's what hip-hop was about. It was like freedom of speech, freedom of expression, you know, just trying to escape the harsh realities that we was fucked up in the hood, trying to find a way out. It had nothing to do with money. We wasn't thinking about no money. Now that we see niggas is getting money and all you gotta do is just fucking put some jewelry on, rent a car, pose around one of these young chicks that don't know no better and then disrespect the culture where it come from. Like, I don't know this nigga, I don't know, all y'all niggas better get the fuck out of here, man. Word up, son.
Like when you hear dudes like, what is it, Lil Yachty or Uzi, I don't know all their names, saying Biggie was overrated, Pac is over, like, what does that do to you?
It's a double-edged sword. This is what I'm gonna tell you what it does. All right? And this goes out to a lot of you older niggas that don't do what I do. When I tell y'all to do interviews, man, you understand what I'm saying? And y'all don't want to do interviews and everything, it's no hip-hop education. You understand what I'm saying? So therefore, if it's no hip-hop education, if we not educating the younger ones on who's who and what's what, how can we get mad at them when they say this stupid shit? You understand what I'm
That's real
saying?
talk.
So wherever he's from, one of the older brothers is supposed to grab him by the neck and sit him down and say, no, this is who Big was. This is who Pac was. Like, in order for you to know where you're going, you got to know where you come from. You know what I'm saying? And then before Big and Pac, you know what I'm saying, it was the Rakim era, the Big Daddy Kane era. They take him and let him know about who the Cold Crush brothers was, who Grandmaster Flash and the Furious Five. Like, if a person wants to be, like, if you want to be a basketball player, I'm pretty sure, before you start playing basketball, a young brother right now is going to do his homework on Michael Jordan, Larry Bird. You understand what I'm saying? Like, and, you know, study their moves and shit like that. You're not just going to come on the court and get in the rucker and niggas throw a mic on you. So, yeah, so who are some of your inspirations? Like, you remind me of Dr. J. Dr. J, fuck is that? They say, well, what about Michael Jordan? Oh, I think Michael Jordan was overrated. Like, niggas gonna be like, you understand what I'm saying? That's some bullshit. Like, I really believe that if you want to come in this culture, man, you need to do your homework. You understand what I'm saying? Know who's and what's what. I'm not saying that you have to worship them. I'm not saying you have to like them, but at least have the common sense to know that when people ask you these questions, you can answer them, man. And if you don't want to do that and you don't feel like if you just in it for the bag, all right, I understand that, but don't open your fucking mouth. If you just in it for the bag and you don't care about the culture, cool. Niggas ask you a question, say, I take the fifth. I don't want to answer that. Or don't speak on shit because then you sound like a total fucking dumbass.
Like, what do you think of the new artists and like their rap beefs and everything like that? Do you like listen to anything they do, or you just
can't entertain none of that? And that's kind of why, like, Drama King is an old moniker I use. Like I said, with hip hop, these niggas here, that's just like, come on, man. Slay, you're old fucking, like, legend in the game. How the fuck are you playing with these young niggas with their shit back and forth when you know when they see each other what's gonna happen? That means I'm advocating violence. That means like, yo, son, like real. If anything, I'm the type of individual that if it's two individuals that I say, okay, you know what I'm saying? That's just like if Drake and J. Cole went at it. I know they gonna keep it lyrical. Beef. They not gonna see each other and shoot each other or nothing. I ain't gotta worry about no violence. That's that. Yeah. But if it's two hotheads, I gotta analyze. I would have to say, he really speak to both of them. Like, where y'all going with this? Is this or y'all? You understand what I'm saying? Because if it's gonna be some gun flames with this, I'm not advocating that. Because that means that I'm gonna advocate two brothers killing each other in the culture that we got. That, I mean, you could be a total idiot, as you can see, no education or nothing, and possibly become a millionaire. I'm gonna contribute to the demise of it. I'm not doing that, yo. I'm not.
So what do you do, like, because you have a media outlet too, like you're on the radio, so what do you do when someone like that you know has beef with someone tries to like air someone out on the radio? Because there's been times where we've done interviews and people say crazy shit and we're like, yo, we're not airing it.
Yeah, like, I'm going to keep it real. We'll cut this out, and because this is all pre-recorded. When that Troy Ave thing happened, we had to erase all the footage.
But see, this is exactly what I'm trying to talk about. Certain things that's in the street don't belong on the airwaves. Yeah. And then what's even worse right now, we got the internet. Yeah. So it's even worse now. And I think that's what takes it to the level. Because back then it's like you could have heard, oh shit, nigga, this so-and-so on the record. Yeah. You're like, okay, nigga got to wait to get my tape, the Clue, Who Kid. Like, you understand? Out of town, niggas is calling, yo, man, I need your tape, because they couldn't hear it. But now it's a difference when you hear a nigga say, yeah, nigga, and when I see your girl, I'm a busting them out. It's different because you seeing a nigga saying it, it's more of a disrespect than it is for them, a person just hearing him, and now you actually seeing the nigga doing it. He got his goons around him, huffing and puffing like gorillas, and they talking. Automatically, it's no longer hip hop. This shit is beef now. Yeah, it's beef now.
Yeah, the Meek and Beans.
I feel like
because you have ties with everybody.
Yeah,
but you don't play both sides. You just respect it.
Yeah.
When you see things like that, what type of calls do you make? What's your thought process?
First thing I want to know is where it's going. Is this shit lyrical, or again, is it action? If it's action, I don't want no part of it. For one, both them brothers is from Philly. You understand what I'm saying? I think that some things could be resolved with a conversation. That's how I think about it. You understand what I'm saying? If it's a lyrical thing, just lyric, I want in.
Yeah.
But if niggas is going to flames, again, I'm not going to sit there and watch two brothers who made it out the hood, using their head, made millions with hip-hop, throw their lives away because of an ego situation. I'm not doing it, man. I'm not. If I can't put an end to it, I ain't fucking with it at all.
Yeah, because it's not even the rappers that get hurt. It's the hype man. It's the niggas around.
Somebody, like look at T.I.'s man on the tour bus.
Yeah.
Like I heard they were following him for a hot minute. It wasn't just no random. So now you got to think like you a target every day. You know, like how do you feel? Because you know you were known as Smack Your Favorite DJ, and you were in these streets. You still are, and you've made it out to the point where you like I've seen your altercations with all of them. Like I'm like, yo, did this guy just hit XYZ? I've even heard that you touched either, whether it be Clue or Envy, and I'm like, how? Not to bring that up, but like what led to where you had to put on for you from Harlem, K Slay?
It ain't had nothing. When you got an altercation with somebody, with me, I don't carry it like you. Understand what I'm saying? And if somebody disrespect me, then you know what I'm saying. I gotta react to it. You know what I'm saying? But me and Clue and Envy, we ain't get past words. Other niggas got hands, but we ain't get past. It was all mostly verbal with us. I mean, a couple situations, it almost went left, real left. You understand what I'm saying? But it was individuals that knew them and knew me, and then we just like, you know what I'm saying?
So those are just stories.
It kind of died down. You know what I'm saying? It kind of died down. It might have been 2 times where shit could have got nasty, but it kind of died down. You know what I'm saying? But it was a couple niggas that got slapped up and down blocks and choked and all kind of stupid shit. But like again, I'm not saying their names, and because I'm a grown man now, and that's old shit. Ain't nothing positive gonna come from it. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm not proud of it, but it's no different than you trying to do what you trying to do, and you have people blocking you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You
know what I'm saying? And it's like, okay, look, I'm going. Who's that? Slay, man. How can I help you? I'm trying to eat, bro. We ain't got no food for you.
Explain the blocking. Like really, like give a you don't have to say names. It's something that
I'm gonna give you a prime example.
Okay.
It could have been. It was early on. It might have been 90, not 96. Might have been around 90, not about 96. I'll never forget, man. And shout out to the homie Red Bandit from Brooklyn. He had a spot called On the Low that used to sell my mixtapes. I used to go there, Albee Square Mall, and Joey from Fat Jams. I used to be there every day. I used to be in that area every day. You understand what I'm saying? Downtown BK. You know what I'm saying? And I never forget when I had went to Bad Boy Records. Shout out to James Cruz. We cool now, but I went there one day, and they had me outside the glass door. You know,
I know what you're talking about.
They got this glass door.
Wait, it looks like the ship, like semen.
So I'm out there, and I'm trying to get in to get some promos, and finally James Cruz come out and he goes, "Yo, how can I help you?" I'm like, "K Slay, man. You know, I'm trying to get some promo records, you know, for my mixtape. Yeah, well, you got a mixtape?" I said, "Nah, you know, I'm trying to put a new one out. I ain't got one of the old ones with me." You know what I'm saying? He said, "Well, how we know you ain't gonna sell the records?" I'm like, "Nigga, do I look like I'm gonna sell records? Like, I'm trying to get some promo." 2 armfuls like this. Wow. And I'm looking at this nigga like, he goes, "I mean, but that's Mr. C." I'm like, I said, "Nigga, I'm gonna get so hot that y'all gonna be begging me not to play the shit that ain't supposed to be out. Trust me." And I never forget the day that this shit was so funny that, and I fuck with Sean. That's my dude. And we did a mixtape, you know, right after this situation before he went away and everything. But somehow his album landed in my hands maybe about a year before this shit was supposed to come out. It was unreleased shit and everything, whatever. So I respectfully put one joint on my mixtape. I get a call from Bad Boy. Here we go.
Let's go.
Yo, where you get that record from? What record? You know what record? That Sean record. I'm like, why are you raising your voice at me, man? You know what I'm saying, yo, well, I need to know where you get that record. I said, hold on for a second. I said, it's other people there? I said, get everybody right there. I said, put your phone on speaker. I clicked. I said, was it that record right there? They go, nah, not that one. Next track, click. Was it that one right there? Nah, not that one. Click. Was it that one right? Oh my God, what you got the whole CD? I said, yeah, nigga. I said, tell James Cruz. I said, what's up? Straight up like that. It had got like that. You understand? And James Cruz is my dude now. Like, we cool. And you know what? I kind of thank him. Because he sparked the fire in me. He made the beast like, okay, I see what it is. If niggas don't know you, if you ain't got a name in this game, then niggas don't respect you. And it's sad that it's like that. And a lot of talented brothers that's out here right now is never going to get on because they ain't got nobody behind them or they ain't going to get a listen from somebody. You understand what I'm saying? But I wasn't going for that, man. I had to push, I had to shove, and I was determined to get in the game. You know what I'm saying? And it wasn't even me getting in the game. It was coming back into the game because I've been in the game from day one. But when I was in it, like I said, there wasn't no money involved. Now I see money involved. I'm seeing Kid Capri. He doing his thing. I'm SNS, Ron G. I'm like, niggas is getting paid now? Like, I was like, niggas is really getting paid. I said, they paying niggas to do this shit. I was like, oh, hell no. Niggas owe me some back taxes. Yeah, I'm back. You know what I'm saying?
What was like, you know, because we got to go to the present too, but like that mixtape run and the lifestyle y'all were living at that time, it's dope to see you guys transition to where, you know, because guys are quick to say, oh, he fell off. Remember, he was running the streets, had a car every week. But what was that like? Because I don't even want to say because you never know who's watching.
Yeah, I'm already prepared for that.
Somebody told me how to say, in your dreams, as you was dreaming about this back in the day, because this never happened. You just dreamed it. How did it feel dreaming about how living this mixtape life, fantasy-wise?
I'm going to tell y'all the illest shit about it was I was just going so hard. And the way I always carried myself, I was still in the hood, 118th Street. I'm the type of nigga that could have had 100K up in the ceiling, and I wasn't moving out of 118th. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I'm a regular nigga. If anybody that knows me knows I'm not big on cars. I don't care about them. I've never been one of them type of niggas. But most I like is a nice chain. Shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
And
I always
like
my chains. I wasn't really big. So the crazy shit is that I never really noticed who the fuck I was till I went to Miami. And I didn't like to fly. You understand what I'm saying? So when I went to Miami for the first time, I couldn't get down each block within an hour. It took me about an hour each block. And I had my man Hood with me from Brooklyn. You understand what I'm saying? And him and Man, and I got footage. My dude, I could not get down the block. Pictures, autographs, convo, CDs. It was just crazy. Like, I'm like, why are these niggas on me like this? And because I'm from New York. Remember, no internet.
No internet.
You understand what I'm saying? So this was all off of mixtape buzz.
How do they know
I'm
what
talking
you look
about
like,
chicks, because I don't cover the mixtape.
All right.
You understand what I'm saying? Then I had a couple videos out.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? But then, chicks throwing it. It was like, wow. You know what I'm saying? I even remember once I hit Collins and we ran into the Pimp, the whole, what was it? I forgot the name of their crew.
Bishop Don.
Yeah, Magic Dunn, but they had the name of a squad. But that man, he was there, and then Pimp Good Game and Juju, and they was all like, K-Slay, the Drama King. They all ran over like taking pictures, and I got footage of this shit. I just need a perfect outlet to start putting this shit out, and I'm bugging because I'm like, man, these some of the niggas that I used to idolize looking at these niggas, you know, with their cups and their suits, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I'm an old head, so I'm that Willie Dynamite type shit. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm seeing these niggas real live and exact, and they fucking with me, you know what I'm saying? Just to see niggas really genuinely, like, fucking with me, like, Slay and doing your thing. That's when I really knew that, you know, it was on, you know?
Your clip got...
The content of hip-hop, where you seen it at, where you
concept of hip-hop.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's two quick questions. How do you feel about that? And knowing the fact, this is just me as a fan, I watch you put together, like, them ciphers, the freestyle.
The
you know how to
ciphers
balance
and
out
freestyle.
music as well, but then also open up doors for the ones who haven't heard. Like, so how do you feel like juggling both? Like, 'cause it's like, then it's also like, to create your story? Because people kind of wait till this, God forbid you change it. People don't want to wait till then to have a story. You feel what I'm saying? Like, how does K-Slay have a story type of thing? And
Yeah. Yeah, of course, man. Like, you know, I was here from the birth of hip hop. You understand what I'm saying? I could even sit here and tell you that 99% of the game don't even know where the word origin from, which I could tell you was come from. It was always an argument between Keith Cowboy from Flash and the Furious Five and Love Bug Starsky. You know what I'm saying? Hip, the hop, the hip hop. You know, like that he sort of said, bob, the dag. Yeah, exactly. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like, I'm probably one of the last individuals that come from graffiti, breakdance, DJ, rapping, like my whole everything, every element I played a part of, and I'm not just saying it to you, I can prove it. Like I was lucky to have the guy who did the documentary and movie. He always took pictures of us when we was younger, so I got pictures of documentation and video footage and stuff like that when I was younger. You know what I'm saying? But when you were saying balance, like.
music and rap, like I said, you'll have back in the days you'll have Papoose up there, Saigon,
Yeah, Papoose, Saigon, Uncle Murder, Mano.
Yeah, stack bundles,
Stack Bundles,
Paul
Paul Kane.
But that was all me. See, this is the thing, like.
When it was Green Lantern, Who Kid. Yeah. 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock.
But see, that's all part of you doing what you do and not following lane. Like everybody was like, "Oh, I got to make this hit record. I got to make this radio record. I gotta deal with like, okay, Jay-Z will drop a new record and everybody be like trying to be the first person to break a Jay-Z record. Nigga, Jay-Z too big. How can you break Jay-Z record? When Jay-Z drop a record, that shit go to every station around the fucking globe. But if you grab an artist that's coming up, like you grab a Fred the Godson and you pound the shit out of his record to everybody like it, you broke the record, my nigga. Nigga be talking about, yo, I broke Beyonce. Nigga, get the fuck out of here. How the hell you gonna break? Like, nigga, you can't break a top A-list artist. This shit is gonna go where it's gonna go. When you grab an upcoming artist and you pound the shit out of it, you make something out, then you could wear it on your chest. You understand what I'm saying? And that's what that Cypher thing was about. Grabbing everybody who is a lyricist.
I'm coming up and K-Slay the bug. It wasn't about a deal because it's like if you knew you wig at that time, y'all was opening up the doors. I'm gonna give you a platform. Can't guarantee it, but this is if you do what you had to do.
And it was good money.
And it was like the most people I counted one night was 113 people. When I came to the station, anybody knew when I came to the station, it was a mob outside. It was I couldn't even explain the shit. Like niggas, their car doors open, banging their music, CDs, niggas politicking. It was crazy. It was super crazy. When I pulled up, the niggas would mob me, and it was crazy. I get upstairs, and I'd be like, damn, Hood, who should I play this week? And he'd be like, yo, man, this nigga been out here around 3 weeks or whatever. And I said, okay, I'm going to fuck with him. Like, that's how, and that's the type of shit. It was no, you understand? Like, I'm the type of nigga that would see a nigga out there, and actually that's how me and Papoose wound up doing business because the nigga was in front of the building.
Ready to win.
So he was there so long, and then to where me and him almost had an argument one time, and I remember calling a nigga like, yo, man, I'm going to listen to this CD, man. This shit better be hot, man. Like, because that's how much he pissed me off, yo. And the funny thing was, I remember getting home and listening to it. I was like, okay, nigga got lucky. Next track. I said, oh, shit, this nigga nice. So how can I act like he's not that nice? And so he don't, you understand what I'm saying? Because that's the type of shit I'll be on. Like, you can't let a nigga know because then he got you. I said, yo, you on next week. And I was setting them up because that's what I would do to niggas. I have them come up. So I believe it was Littles and Havoc, if I'm not mistaken. Mobb Deep was up there. And they was freestyling, and then the nigga said, yo, find a long beat. And the nigga did Alphabetical Slaughter live on Hot 97, and that's when I was like, nah, B, I gotta get this nigga right here. And you know what I'm saying? I was like, where you get to learn that wordplay at? And he was like, when I was younger, I heard Malcolm X had read the whole dictionary front to back. I said, okay, so you was in jail and you read it? I said, nah, I did it in the street. I said, you in the street, you read the dictionary, the whole dictionary while you was in the street? Yeah, that nigga special, man.
Yo.
You understand what I'm saying? Who the fuck, nigga, you can't get a nigga to read a fucking full food menu. You understand what I'm saying? Like, come on, man.
Listen, man.
You know, and like that Hot 97 thing with the ciphers and the freestyling and everything, man, that kind of is what gave me my niche too.
Biblical,
like
man.
just doing, and like I said, being who you are and sticking and staying true to it. And even when there was opportunities, like, yo, Slay, so what you want to do? Are you trying to do another type of show or whatever, this and that? Yo, can I play Steady Street shit? Can I stay? Nah, you might have to. Nah, I don't want it. I took it off the air because it was like everything was converted. It was a new, chain of command. It was like, yo, you're gonna have to. And I just remember having a conversation with a certain individual. Like, listen, been up here 15 years. I'd rather get fired and phase out as a legend than to sell my fucking soul and start playing this other shit niggas is playing all day, every fucking day, and ruin my legacy. Not doing it.
Man,
and
stand up on
and
it.
once again, that Flex stood up for me. You understand what I'm saying? Like, that's why nigga can't, Flex, man, like, a lot of niggas just misunderstand him, man. He a good dude, man.
I remember when he said...
Get me up there, and again, when niggas was trying to 86 me, he stood up. You know what I'm saying? Like,
You got your web series that you and Smith had worked on. I seen it, beautiful. What's the future plans for K-Slay as you evolve in this game? As we close this, I could talk to you all day, but I know you're a busy man, and we got people lined up too. But what's your plans? Because to be relevant this long is not an accident. You've never lost on camera. You and Mano are the two guys are undefeated on camera. I always say, Mano, keep doing you. No one's ever punked you. No chick has ever said, he didn't do it. What's your future in this game, man?
Yo, man, my future is just to help, people get to the next level they trying to get at, whatever they doing, man. Sometimes you got to just come to terms with, like, what's your purpose in life? And for some reason, it seems like everything that I do or done, it consists of me helping people more than helping myself. From the straight stunting with doing it for the ladies and giving them a platform to do whatever they want to do, whether it was modeling, being an author, a rapper or whatever, to the hip-hop game, giving a platform to artists to do whatever they want to do, man. So, but what I would want to do is I want to touch the film thing a little bit. I got a lot of situations I've experienced. I know of brothers of mine experienced.
I know where you're going.
Sisters experienced, and
it
needs to be put out there. There's a lot of angles ain't been touched yet. So, you know what I'm saying?
Oh,
that's that.
Shit. If you do it the right way, I know you can do it.
It's gonna be done.
Oh,
it's gonna be done.
That's an avenue, because all these, let me stop talking.
Yeah.
Niggas bite too much, man. We got DJ K-Slay, man. Let them know where they can find you at. Let them know what you got cooking in these streets every day, man.
Yo, Straight Step Magazine, Originators Magazine, okay? Hot 97, Thursday night, Shade 45, Sirius Satellite Radio, Wednesday night and Monday night. Straight Stuntin Chronicles, you understand what I'm saying? Working on the 5th episode. And I got one more album coming out next year. It's called The Big Brother, you know what I'm saying? And that's what I am pretty much to the game. Everybody you want to hear on it is on it, man. The album is hard. Like, shouts to Busta Rhymes, Kendrick Lamar, Lloyd Banks. There's so many people on there. Young Buck, Rick Ross. I don't know if I could have said that up here, but I said, you know what I'm saying?
Like, you can get away with it, man. No one says anything about Slay.
Like, you understand? Nah,
no one ever says, they be like, that's Slay.
Yeah.
Like,
everybody's on the Uncle Murder, Pat, like, it's just one of them albums, E40, like, it's one of them collaboration joints, man. It's a lot of bangers on there. I'm looking out to put out the first joint for the street, and it's called Regulate. And it got Jada Kiss, Joel Ortiz, and Lloyd Banks. Named Regulate, that's all I'm gonna say. Like, when you hear that joint there,
yo,
man. I want to thank y'all for having me.
I've been wanting to do this because, like I said, when I worked at Greyhound, to see a cat from Brooklyn, we was taking.
Says that Greyhound.
Yeah, the Greyhound shit. Because them Harlem niggas was different. Because I'm gonna keep it real. They dressed fly, but they was one of the most violent clique I've ever seen. They could all fight. They were dressed in Vansons.
Chicks too.
Yeah, and they scrapped and they could all
Vansons.
fight.
Wow.
Yeah.
I remember them jackets.
Vansons and the Vascu, I never could say it right. And they would dump, and they would come into the terminal, and they would just rob all the passengers of their bags and beat them up. And they'd be like, K. Slay is the reason why we do this.
No. That's some bad shit, yo. Shout out to them passengers, man. Word up. That's some bad shit. But that's the vibe I had back then, man. I ain't got it no more.
This was like late 90s, early 2000s.
Yeah.
Right across the street.
Quit capsating, serenading them hoes. There's no Juliet for no Romeo with no dog. She report the pimpin', now back to trickin'. She report the pimpin', nigga back to trickin'.